from the same week to week. They do all these different kind of measurements. That's the largest year-to-year drop among all syndicated talk shows. Even losing out to Judge Judy. Well, she's actually lost out to Judge Judy several times before. Big show here this morning on the KTLA Morning News. From Jersey, we welcome the Real Housewives. And this is interesting because they were at Dancing with the Stars last night. So we can ask them what it was like to be there, and they'll be here in about a half an hour.
Can I tell you what's so funny?
Sure.
I had lunch with two friends of mine. They're both from New Jersey,
right.
and they're like, between Jersey Shore and the Housewives, Jersey's getting a bad rap.
No, but you know, they actually talked about this, that it had been ignored for a long time.
Yeah.
Completely ignored, and The Sopranos really brought Jersey, like, people
again,
paying
the
attention.
people from Jersey saying,
Like,
we don't really want that reputation.
This is not what Cherry Hill is actually like.
All right. This morning, we are grabbing our fishing rods.
Ooh.
We're grabbing our worms.
Yep.
Cool.
And we're grabbing our tweens and heading out for a fun day of fishing.
I have misplaced my tween. Gail Anderson live in East Los Angeles with this really great youth fishing derby. Hi, Gail.
This is why you need a professional. I've already caught something.
Oh, no.
I've caught a Gail.
Uh-oh.
That hurts.
Well, that's why you need Dan Hernandez, famous for sport fishing with Dan Hernandez. We're in East Los Angeles, of all places, at Lincoln Park, where you're going to learn how to do this. Watch this.
Ooh. There you go.
Hey now.
That's how you do it.
Fantastic.
All those years of working on boats and stores and
Finally paid off.
yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
Hey, that's a nice fish.
So that's why we're going to get a lesson from Dan Hernandez in a little bit here. It's his youth fishing derby. Here's the information. It's this weekend. It's free. And even if you don't have your rod and reel and whatnot, they'll help you out with that. If you're over a certain age, I think I'm a little over, you have to get your fishing license. We'll explain all that with Dan next hour, and hopefully Dan will help me get unhooked here. Dan, I'm hooked! Back to you in the studio. We'll get a little band-aid.
Can we examine this a little closer?
Yes.
How did this happen?
I was untangling my line.
Uh-huh, honey.
And then the finger.
That
got
looks
the wrong
like
way.
it's kind of really in
Help,
there.
Here comes
man.
Dan.
Maybe your photographer could help
well, that's
you.
why.
Let's go get a tetanus shot.
Well, I already asked him. He said he's a city boy. He says I don't know what to do.
You're on
Dan,
your own.
I'm kind of caught here.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Poor
Dan, all
Gail.
Let me give me a bullet. Let me bite down on the bullet. Let me bite down on the rod. Go ahead. Ow! 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 Go ahead, do it. Do it, Gail.
We better not lose the finger.
Ow!
There we go,
go.
ladies and gentlemen. There you go. And he gets a kiss.
Ooh.
I think that's fair pay.
I need a Band-Aid. Is that my meat on there?
it.
Oh my goodness.
A new bit of bait on that
Oh,
hook
goodness.
now.
Nice weather for fishing, Mark.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful day. I know who not to take, though.
Yeah.
Now, Colina, the Bulgarian princess, the
She's a
mean
great
one,
fisher
she's a great fisher.
Alex Darson, our writer, is also
Yeah, yes,
fantastic
Alex
fisher.
Darson.
We've
But
got
yeah,
fishing
Colina,
people
apparently
here.
she travels with a fishing rod in her trunk at all times. You
That's how
just
she
never
rolls.
know when she can bust out
Really?
and do something. Yes.
I did not
Did
know
not
that.
know.
She
There
took
you go.
Jess fishing once. That was interesting.
Yes, very interesting. All right, let's have a look at what we could expect. Beautiful fishing weather, mostly clear skies all the way across Southern California, possibly a little bit of the marine layer pulling in. Look at that shot. You got to love that. I think that's coming in from Long Beach. I'm not 100% sure, but you can see the sun just above the palm trees, and the palm trees not bouncing around or waving around like yesterday with the winds. Winds have died down. We still have some breezy conditions out and through the mountains and in through the upper desert areas. Temp 57, exactly the same as it was 24 hours this time. Wind, which you can expect as far as the Inland Empire goes, 78, but check it out over the weekend, 83s and 84s all the way across the Inland Empire. Frank, Michaela, it's a beautiful morning here in Southern California.
All right, thank you much. Hey, how much does star power help when it comes to fixing a budget shortfall at a public school? Up next, Brian Austin Green joins us live to talk about the results of his mega hit web video. Jennifer.
And it's Wayward Whale Watch Day 3, and we're just told SeaWorld is now on its way to help the distressed animal. Details coming up ahead.
Here's a bit of a twist from the cosmetic world, a wrinkle fixer that could be causing creases. You got to hear this one. Mark's very concerned. Hi, Gail.
Catching big fish in East LA. That's right, we're getting ready for Saturday's Youth Derby Fishing Competition. We're learning from Dan Hernandez lots of things. For example, keep one's hands away from the hook. These youngsters are learning that and a whole lot more. Details when we come back.
Working hard to get 13 girls began the journey. Now it's down to the final 4. And this Wednesday, on the 2-hour Top Model finale, one model's life is about to change forever.
America's next top model is...
The 2-hour Top Model finale.
Tonight at 8 on KTLA-5, the CW.
Who has the courage and values to stand up to illegal immigration?
Not liberal Meg Whitman. She supports Obama's amnesty plan.
And like Obama, Whitman opposes Arizona's immigration law.
I would actually oppose the law.
Only Steve Poizner will take strong action.
Poizner's support
isn't on its own going to fix anything, but the more parents we can get behind it and the more parents we can get making the calls and writing letters and demanding change, the greater the possibility.
Now, there are going to be some people out there, Brian, John, that are going to say, look, we're in a terrible economic situation. The cuts have to come from somewhere. What do you say to that?
They've cut too much from schools already. Yeah. We've lost $17 billion. What I'd like to say is one of the things that we can do here in LA is there's a measure coming on a ballot on June 8th. It's called Measure E. If you want to take a stand for schools, you want to vote for Measure E. What's so great about that measure is that it gives individual schools, the vast majority of the money goes to individual schools, so our principal can decide, oh, you know what, we need more paper, or we need another smartboard, or we need another teacher, and he can make that decision on his own.
Gentlemen, we appreciate you coming back to talk with us. Brian and John, thank you so much for this effort that you've been really putting your heart and soul into. We want to let people know that if you want more information on John and Brian's push to say no to cuts, and if you'd like to see the entire Funny or Die video in its entirety, it's worth watching. You can click on the big old red info button on KTLA.com. Brian, John, thank you so much.
You guys are fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you
very much.
Love having
You're really
you here.
keeping the message out there.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it, and you guys too. All right, we're going to change directions. Gail loves hanging out with kids. She likes having great memories. And, well, apparently she figured, let's go fishing. She's doing it all in East LA this morning. Hi, Gail.
Michaela, Mark, there's some friends of yours out here on the pond here at Lincoln Park. Those are Canadian geese, I'm told, here by the park ranger, helping us find the catfish. We're out here with Dan Hernandez. You probably know him and love him from his sport fishing activities and the Fred Hall Fishing Show. But you also, and there he is, doing it with grown folks out on a boat normally. Right. You go way out, catch marlin, catch jaws, catch all kinds of big stuff. But you have this program that you put together with the kids, and that's what we're doing today.
Right. What we're doing today is we're at Lincoln Park. We're getting ready for this Saturday here at Lincoln Park. The Dan Hernandez Youth Foundation, my foundation, will be hosting a free kids event here. And kids like Juan will be here. We'll have 300-400 kids here.
300-400 kids?
Yep.
Doing this?
Yeah, most of the kids have never ever fished before.
And Juan has it. He's 8 years old. And so we're going to show him how to bait the hook. Right. We're going to teach him not to do what Aunt Gail did. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But I got my hands in a bag of worms here.
Yeah, those are mealworms right there.
Oh, what's the matter? Juan is like, so what are we going to do with these?
Okay, well, we call this M&Ms, so we use marshmallows.
Why marshmallows?
Because there's a lot of grass in these lakes, so we want our bait to float up above the grass.
Okay.
So the marshmallow would do that, and then we'll grab a worm.
They're tickling me. They are tickling me. And a worm. Now, you know, normally I would be creeped out by that, but I'm not. It's just, you know, you put them on there, okay?
Juan, why don't you grab one? Grab one.
Yeah, come on, Juan. Come on, Wab. Come on, Juan, grab one. Oh, come on, Juan, here, like that.
Okay, I'll put another worm on there.
And that's proof in the background we are in the city, so that you hear the trains in the background. All right, and he's going to put the stinky bait on there. Why stinky bait?
Because the catfish like the smell of the stinky bait.
Okay.
So, and this is what it's all about. This is about bringing the fishing to the inner city. All right. Provide opportunities for kids to do this.
All right, now let's give you information while we cast this into the pond, because we're going to catch breakfast today. Watch out now. Woo!
Okay,
that's hot stuff. All right, again, the Youth Derby, Fishing Derby, is this Saturday. What time? Come on, Juan.
Registration is from 8 to 9 a.m. Right. Fishing's from 9 to 1. And then we have a raffle afterwards for the kids.
Free?
Everything's free for the kids.
What if you're over, what's the age limit, 16?
15. 15 and under. The only reason we have that restriction is because in the state of California, over 15, you have to have a fishing license, 16 and older.
All right, next hour, we're going to introduce you to these young people. They're more than fishermen. They're very special. We'll introduce you to them next hour and hopefully have some breakfast. Fried catfish. Back to you in the studio.
And now, the McDonald's Sky 5 traffic update.
And I want to give some love to Dan Hernandez. His mom, Irma, and his dad, Paul, live 2 doors away from my parents. Good morning, everyone. Let's go and tell you about what's taking place in Cerritos. Now, this one's become a signaler within the last 5 minutes for the 91 East at Pioneer Boulevard. The carpool and the 2 left lanes are blocked. A motorcyclist who flipped over.
If you're going to look at all shows across all networks, paid or non-paid, commercial or non-commercial, I think that the Scorsese show about Atlantic City mob and business.
Undercovers?
Undercovers, I think, too, is going to be great.
Okay.
Undercovers is the one about the couple that go back into the CIA. Right, the mob, the J.J. Abrams show, which is going to be amazing as well.
And that one's called?
But it's the Atlantic City show. It's called
Boardwalk Empire?
Boardwalk Empire.
There you go.
I think that's going to be an amazing show.
That's an HBO show.
It's an HBO show. I think it's going to capture a huge audience. But I also think...
Does that kind of take off after The Sopranos
Yeah,
left
I
off
think
kind of
you're
thing?
right.
Because everybody needs that fish.
Exactly. People are still looking for that show.
It's appointment television. More information on Jared and United Entertainment. He's headed to New York for the upfronts. Log on to ktla.com. And as Jared has told us, and there's the United Entertainment Group's website as well, the quality of the buffet indicates, it's true, how the economy is going.
Yeah. All right.
The more expensive the food, the more they're spending on shows.
There you go. Report back to us.
I will.
Until they see
Great
oysters.
economic indicator.
This Saturday, grab your tween and head off for a fun day of fishing and leave with great memories, pictures, even some dinner.
Gail's gone fishing. Crisis been averted. Her finger is unhooked from the fishing hook. She's in
That's
East
not
LA.
right.
Hi, Gail.
That's so wrong. Isn't that wrong, Juan? They're picking on Aunt Gail. Tell them right there in the camera, that's wrong.
That is.
Okay. Juan is determined to catch something. Now, he's new at this. You did snag some moss there, but Dan Hernandez, we're learning this is how it begins. Isn't that right, Dan? You got to catch something. And we're out here with Dan Hernandez and his Kids Foundation because you learn to fish. We're in East LA. Lincoln Park, the pond here. This is where you learn.
Right, this is where I caught my very first fish many, many years ago. And we have a picture of that on my website for the foundation at danskids.org. This Saturday, we'll have hundreds of kids here at the lake to experience fishing for the very first time. It's just a great family event. It's all free for everybody.
And let me explain why we're hanging out with Dan doing this, and he's teaching me not to hook my finger. Let me show you something. This is what he does, the other thing he does, sports fishing with the big boys, with the adults. You get on a boat, go out to sea, catch big fish, marlin, tuna, all that kind of stuff. And then you also take the kids out on boats as well.
Yeah, we do that.
We'll show you that.
As part of the foundation. We have two programs. One is called Meet Me at the Lake. That's what's going on here Saturday.
Right.
The other one is Open Ocean Adventure, where we take kids out who've never experienced ocean fishing. We take them out on the ocean for a half-day fishing trip, a bunch of volunteers, very safe environment, and they get experience. They get to see the seagulls, the seals.
And then they learn how not to do certain things like this, where I was trying to untangle my line and wound up getting the hook in my finger and not the hook in a catfish out here.
Right.
But I couldn't even get the hook out, but again, you knew how to handle that too.
Yeah, but you had it in there pretty good. That was a little scary.
Thank you. All right, now we're out here at Lincoln Park, historic park since 1881. What are we going to catch out here? Do they have fish in here?
They have catfish, but on Friday, there's going to be thousands of pounds of fish brought in here so the kids can catch them on Saturday.
All right, because we've been trying this morning. We haven't hit, we found Canadian geese, but that's about it.
We see some turtles.
Okay, well, here's the information for that. And we want you to know the youngsters are with us from the Cleft Palate Program at White Memorial Medical Center. Ermina Flores, how does that program work?
Cleft Palate Program is part of the pediatric rehab of the White Memorial Medical Center. And we've been serving the community for over 13 years now. We have over 15 outreach hospitals that refer patients to us. And when they refer patient to us, we go out there, teach the mother how to feed the baby, teach the staff of the hospital how to take care of babies that are born with cleft lip and palate.
And it's an extensive program. I looked at your website, and we're giving folks that information as well, because beyond the surgery, there also has to be speech therapy and continuous care. So these youngsters are proving to you that the program works, they're fine, and this fishing helps with their self-esteem and having some fun. Isn't that right, Juan? He's so cute. Again, it's this Saturday, free, the Youth Fishing Derby. Dan Hernandez, I don't need a Band-Aid, but let's look at the kids getting it together out here. 1 o'clock special, we are gonna get a fish, right? Yes. Okay, 1 o'clock, get the frying pan ready.
Entertainment news, Larry King and his wife have called off the divorce proceedings. They've rekindled their romance. See, we told you the pat on the butt. Right. And it all happened after that. Larry King is moving back into the home that he shares with wife Shawn Southwick and their 2 sons. This from the happy couple. "We love our children, we love each other, we love being a family," end quote. A far different cry from a few months ago when allegations were swirling that Larry was having an affair with his wife's sister and Sean was having an affair with their son's Little League.
It's going to make holidays a little awkward.
That Hanukkah could go on forever. John Lovett's here because, of course, he's supervising the Find Me a Comic contest.
How you doing?
Are we
I'm
living
great.
up to
I'm
our...
great.
Are we living up to our
Looks like you
expectations?
ran here this morning.
Yeah,
I like
it's unbelievable. I mean, everybody's been coming up to me. My friends calling me, you know, joking. I went on audition, and it's been huge.
We got a tape
I
for
was at
Kevin
a gas station yesterday, and these two guys came up and go, "Hey, aren't you that guy? He's that guy. You're looking for a comic, you know." So now
No,
I'm that
exactly. Are people actually, like you said, you're standing at a gas station pumping
Yeah,
the gas, and they're
yesterday,
doing
just
routines. You know, it's like, hey, John, I got
I
one
want
for
to
you.
do it. I go submit a tape. I mean, all kinds of people. There are people that are not even comedians. Somebody's husband says, he goes, he wants to submit you a tape. I go, go ahead.
John,
You'll look at it.
37th Annual Daytime Emmy Awards. John also on the panel of the Daytime Emmy Awards in order to do this. This is not a good day for Ellen DeGeneres. The Ellen Show led with 8 nominations, including Outstanding Talk Show. But surprisingly, Ellen herself was not nominated for Talk Show Host. The most surprising multiple nominee, Hot Wheels Battle with Force 5.
Are you serious?
In children's programming. Are you Hot Wheels or Force 5? I'm Hot Wheels.
I don't know.
None of that made sense.
None of that. I got Hot Wheels when I was a kid, and I just remember looking at them going, I don't get it. They don't do anything. I like sports. I like playing ball and baseball.
It's Hot Wheels.
No, the wheels, the trucks, I would just look at them. I go, I'm supposed to move them around. Then I go,
now they're done moving
this
around.
is
I want to
just
see
boring.
John Lovett as a little boy.
I would love to see that too.
I was adorable. He goes, what happened?
Trouble for Oprah. Latest syndicated ratings say that Oprah is down 20% from the same week in 2009. Largest drop year to year among all talk shows. Oprah's lost to Judge Judy for the 7th week in a row. She'll likely see a rating spike this week because she's going to have all the Twilight cast on Thursday. And Oprah, by the way, hanging with Justin Bieber yesterday. John, what's your favorite Justin Bieber song?
I don't know any of them. But I've heard of him, of course.
It's okay.
I just hope he...
lighting millions of viewers, but they're also making many people sick, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
If you're having discomfort when you see a 3D movie, it could indicate that you have a vision problem that can significantly impact other parts of your life.
9-year-old Natasha Malora couldn't wait to see Avatar in 3D. That is, until she got there.
It made me feel dizzy, nauseous.
And that's quite common. In fact, over 50% of the population will have difficulty experiencing 3D movies because of vision problems, many undiagnosed. Natasha's mom got her eyes checked out to find out what was really going on.
Well, I found out that her eyes don't work well together. She has a lazy eye muscles and her eyes drift apart.
And it was affecting a lot more than just watching 3D movies.
Sometimes I have trouble reading and catching balls.
But there's help. Natasha now does a type of physical therapy called vision therapy. Dr. Elise Briscoe works on Natasha's eye muscle control and coordination to teach her eyes to work better as a team.
Now Natasha says not only are reading and playing sports easier, but she feels more confident.
I used to feel like, why can I not learn so fast and everybody's getting so ahead of me? It kind of made me uncomfortable, but now I'm gonna feel like much more comfortable.
And doctors say the earlier you catch this, the better, because the eye muscles are easier and faster to train when you're young. For more information on this, you can go to ktla.com. So a lesson that we can all learn from this is go let your kids see all the 3D movies they want. And if they feel sick, immediately get them to an eye doctor.
Okay, thanks for that advice.
Sure thing. Well, Frank,
Yes.
grab your fishing rod, your
Okay.
worms, and your tween and head off for a fun day of fishing.
Gail Anderson is in East LA with a preview of the Youth Fishing Derby.
Yes, that's little Brianna getting her fishing lesson from Dan Hernandez. He's an expert taking kids out to fish right here in Lincoln Park in East Los Angeles. Let me show you where else he takes kids and adults fishing. Take a look at this. This is Dan on the ocean. Dan Hernandez, when you're known for your sport fishing, you take adults out on the ocean. What are they catching out there?
Everything, calico bass, yellowtail, white sea bass. In Alaska, we get halibut and salmon. Down in Mexico, we get marlin. And you can see it all on my TV show every Saturday morning.
And let us show you this. You also take the kids out on big boats as well. Same places, catching the same stuff?
No, just local trips or half-day trips for kids that never had an opportunity to be on the ocean before. We take them out to just let them experience what it's like, feel the motion of the water and everything.
Saturday, you're bringing them here, Lincoln Park, not too far where you first learned to fish.
I caught my very first fish here. My parents used to bring me here all the time. Grew up right up on the hill in East LA before I moved to Montebello.
How much would this cost a parent? Take a look here. They've got rods, they've got bait. How much would this cost a parent if they weren't doing this for free Saturday?
Well, it would cost them hundreds of dollars to buy the rods and reels, get all the bait, but more importantly on Saturday, they're going to get the free information. Got lots of great volunteers. They have the Department of Fish and Game Fishing in the City program here, so their volunteers will be instructing the kids too and teaching them about fishing.
And we're learning, little Juan, that they're going to catch catfish out here. I know you're wondering where we got the youngsters today. They're from White Memorial Medical Center. Armenia Flores, you're a registered nurse there. Youngsters from your cleft palate program. Little Juan here has had surgery.
Yes, he had his lip repair and his cleft palate has been repaired also.
All right, Juan, how you doing? Good. Are we ready to eat this? Yeah. Okay, here we go. I got the fish batter. Where can people get this real quick?
They can get this at Pavilions, at Vaughn's, at Turner's Outdoorsman, and Vallarta stores, and the proceeds from this help go to fund our Youth Foundation events. White Memorial Medical Center was a nice sponsor for this event.
All right, here you go. Here's the information. Again, the Youth Fishing Derby is this Saturday, free. Here's the information and the phone number. And here's the information about White Memorial Medical Center and their cleft palate program if you want more information. Fishing, Lincoln Park, East LA, free. Back to you in the studio.
That music just makes everybody happy.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Some entertainment news today. We'll start with Sean Penn. He has just reached a plea agreement in a case where he kicked a photographer. Penn pleaded no contest to a charge of vandalism. He was sentenced to 3 years probation and 300 hours of community service. He also has to undergo anger management and counseling. I'm not laughing at this story, I'm laughing at Frank whistling during the story.
Well, he needed a little whistle to cheer him up a little bit.
Penn's attorney says the actor wanted to take the plea bargain so that he could not prolong the case would not prolong him from doing his charity work, which apparently he says it would. So there you go. Some rare video of Michael Jackson's kids is popping up on YouTube.
Show you.
That's Jackson's youngest Blanket, making a lightsaber sound and joking around with a friend. Another video features Jackson's daughter, Paris. The videos appear to be self-made using a webcam and show the kids laughing, playing, and even rapping. Sources close to the family tell E! That the videos are real. You can see more on KTLA.com. Maybe the remaining American Idol finalists make better duos than solos.
Raise your hopeful voice. You had a choice. You made it now.
The duets way better last night. The Final Four singers impressed the judges with their duets. And tonight, we're going to get down to the final three. And that's when it means a lot, when you get down to the final three. So we'll see who's the one to go home. One star's jiggly parts, as she calls them, not me, won't be returning to Dancing with the Stars.
Niecy and Louie.
Niecy Nash has been voted off. She came into last night's results show in last place. The four stars who remain: Chad Ochocinco, Aaron Andrews, Nicole Scherzinger, and Evan Lysacek.
Frank's going to miss those jiggly parts, I know.
I know.
Yes, I will.
They were good on the dance floor.
Yes. Up next, the perfect dressing for a spring salad.
That's right. Think green on this one. What's next, people?
Eat beans.
That's right.
You can start a career in healthcare in just 9 short months.
Seriously? Just 9 months? I'd love working in healthcare. Did you say 9 months?
Concord Career College can prepare you for some of today's most in-demand careers in as little as 9 months.
9 months is fast for a whole new career. I don't want to wait 4 years for a new career.
Don't wait. Pick up the phone and call. Your 9 months begins now.
Call Concord today at 877-654-3848. That's 877-654-3848.
So you the guys out here offering all the choices.
Well, we're just giving the customers what they want.
Customers?
Come on, I'll show you guys.
Introducing amazing U-verse bundle deals. Unlike cable, you can even choose wireless voice service. Call and get 3 starting at $99 a month, including DVR service and a 1-year price guarantee. Plus, get $100 back via promotion card from AT&T.
U-verse TV lets you record up to 4 shows at once and play back on any TV.
What?
You can surf the web at speeds up to 18 megs at home.
I went surfing once.
And with AT&T Wireless, you get a better 3G experience.
Get out of here.
Call and get 3 starting at $99 a month, including DVR service and a 1-year price guarantee. Plus, get $100 back via promotion card from AT&T.
What do you say we go for a ride?
What?
So you can hook us up with the bundle. What?
We don't live in a perfect world, but you could help make it better. Train in criminal justice and you could have lots of opportunities. You could work as a parole officer, youth advocate, correctional treatment specialist, and more. Times like these call for people like you. So don't wait any longer. Find out how you can get started in criminal justice.
For a free brochure, call 800-557-3990. That's 1-800-557-3990. Call now.
Hi, I'm Heather, and I hope that last commercial inspired you to call this number and ask for an informational brochure on career training. If you're thinking about a new career, I'll bet you have some questions, and our brochure will give you some answers. We'll take your call.